Join me as I dive into the Bible to see if it really predicts the election results and find out how Kamala Harris could beat Donald Trump. The recent debate have left many of us wondering what just happened. And as someone who has always been fascinated with the intersection of the politics and spirituality, I couldn't help to ask myself, what does the Bible have to say about this? Does it hold any clues or insight that can help us understand the outcome of this debate and this historical election? The 2024 debate was one for the books, with Kamala Harris emerging victorious in a highly contested battle against Donald Trump. As we all know, the road to this point was filled with twists and turns, from heated debates to surprising endorsements, and it is clear that this election was about more than just the candidates. It was about the values and ideologies they represent. So, what does Kamala Harris win really means? And how do her policies align with biblical values? Well, firstly, it is clear that Kamala Harris' commitment to social justice and equality is rooted in her Christian faith, which emphasizes the importance of loving one neighbor and fighting for the oppressed. Her stance on issues like healthcare, education, and immigration reform is closely tied to biblical principles of compassion, mercy, and hospitality. For example, in Matthew chapter 25, Jesus teaches us to care for the least of these, which is exactly what Harris's policies aim to do. Furthermore, our emphasis on unity and inclusivity reflects the biblical values of loving our neighbors and working towards the common good. Another key aspect of Harris's platform is her commitment to protecting the environment, which is deeply rooted in biblical teachings on stewardship and care for creation. In Psalms chapter 24, we're reminded that the earth is the Lord's, and it is our responsibility to be good caretakers of this world, something Harris have made a central part of her agenda. Additionally, her advocacy for women's rights and reproductive justice is closely tied to biblical principles of equality and dignity for all people, as seen in Galatians chapter 3 verse 28. And finally, her focus on economic justice and reducing income inequality reflects the biblical mandate to care for the poor and vulnerable, as seen in Isaiah chapter 58. As we dove deeper into the implications of Kamala Harris's win at the debate, it's worth examining some specific examples from her debate. For instance, Trump's infamous phrase, "Make America Great Again," which many have criticized for its nostalgic and even racist undertone. In contrast, Harris's campaign slogan, "For the People," reflects more on a biblical approach, emphasizing the importance of serving others and putting the needs of many above the interests of few. We also see this in contrast in the response to the COVID pandemic, with Harris's advocating for a more compassionate and science-based approach, while Trump often prioritized the economy over human life. In Matthew chapter 10, verse 8 reminds us, "Freely you have received, freely you give," a principle that Harris's policy seemed to embody. Of course, not everyone will agree with me in this analysis. And some might argue that Harris's policy doesn't align neatly with biblical values as I suggested. They might point to perceived inconsistencies, even contradictions in her platform, or argue that the Bible is too complex and open for interpretation to be used as a guide for modern politics. To these critics, I would say that while it's true that the Bible can be difficult to interpret and that different people have different understandings of its teachings, it is also clear that Harris's policies reflect a deep commitment to justice, compassion, and equality, values that are at the heart of the Christian faith. In conclusion, Kamala Harris's victory in the debate is more than just a political win. It is a testament to the power of biblical values in shaping our understanding of justice, compassion, and equality. As we move forward in the new era of American politics, I hope we can all take a step back and reflect on the ways in which our faith informs our values and our values inform our politics. This is specifically why Kamala Harris will win this election. God's word will never fail. I want to thank you for watching, everyone. And if you have thoughts on the election results and how they relate to biblical values, let me know in the comment section below. And if you are looking for more in-depth analysis on biblical insight, be sure to check out my other videos as well. I've got a whole series of intersection of faith and politics that you won't want to miss. God bless you and God bless your family, and I'll see you in the next. Thanks.